Welcome to the 13th ever episode of the BP Show featuring Brian Pearson. I'm here with very special guest from Barstool Sports, MikeyBets. Mikey, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Of course, dude. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, great to have you. So I want to start with just some basic Frank the Tank stuff. Now, you and Jenks monitor him. You keep track of him. You guys are his his associates. So I want to start by asking, and I follow what you guys are doing, so I keep up with it. I kind of know what's going on, but uh, just from your perspective, I wanted to see just your take on what kind of things are you up to these days, and what's an average day like nowadays working with Frank the Tank?
So Frank, working with Frank is not not hard, not easy. It's very fun. I do get to do a lot of cool things, and I get to go travel all these places and be his camera guy and just be part of the Barstool world. It's very fun. Love working there. But Frank is a little high maintenance, I would say. He likes to have his stuff earlier than on time. Basically, if you're 5 minutes early, you're late. So that's how Frank runs. But I respect it. I appreciate it. It feels like I'm in football again, and just going through the grind. Basic day for me. I wake up. I get to the office. I have a list of things that Frank needs me to get done of editing. So I'll get that out of the way right away. Then after that, I'll go straight to the videos that he's made himself, and then I go through that and make sure that there's no copyright or anything to get the company sued. So I make sure we do that, and then I do his bookings and I do his events. So whenever you see him like on interviews and stuff, also Jenks does that as well. He's the one who set up the Fox News interview. We have an interview dropping Friday with a Fox News affiliate. All of these things that we do, we basically try to blow up Frank as much as possible to his liking without being ungenuine. So with Frank, it's pretty easy because he's very genuine in the way that he is. A lot of people, it's a bit. The car, we could be in the car, it's just me and him. He'll still be ranting about the Mets. Like, that's just how he is. That's who he is. But he's genuine. So if he wasn't genuine, I don't think I'd work for anybody that's not like genuine. So he makes my job easy in the sense of when he needs to put on a show, he is who he is, and he's just being who he is. But people love that when he goes like to events and news interviews and walks and et cetera, et cetera. He makes sure that he's the star of the show, which is perfect because it makes me and Jenks' job a lot easier when it comes to booking, because it's not us. In the beginning, it was us trying to go out and find these things, and now people are coming to us. So it's been great, and that doesn't stop us from going out and trying to get other deals and stuff. It's just a boost that people will reach out to us now. So that's it's fun. It's a crazy life that we live. It's like banana land sometimes, but it's very fun. So that's basically the day of my life.
Yeah, and definitely, entertaining for sure. And I can tell Frank has a genuine side to him.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you can tell him by how he treats his fans, how he treats, you guys. Like I've seen stuff where, he sent a gift for your daughter, and like
Yeah.
he'll do stuff for Jenks. So there's definitely a genuine side for Frank, and then there's the entertainment aspect. And Frank also, and it's entertaining, but I mean, Frank is like he's actually pissed, like and I could just tell. And but I also wanted to ask. Uh, so obviously, it's entertaining working for Frank and being with Frank. Is there? I mean, because you guys are with him like pretty much every day, and it's a job. Like, and people talk about it doesn't matter what job it is. And yeah, like, I mean, I'm a sports writer. I love my job. I'm sure you guys love your jobs. But at the end of the day, it's still a job and it's still work. And the more you do it, the
Right.
more repetitive it becomes. So obviously it's entertaining working with Frank. Are there ever days where you guys are just like, get me the hell out of here?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Whenever the Mets lose, it's we're gonna feel the wrath afterwards. Like I said, Frank is very high maintenance. So if there's any minor thing that goes wrong in travel or anything like that, it is basically the end of the world. And that's the last place you want to be is around Frank when there's a minor inconvenience. So that's very tough. But we managed to get through it. We managed to basically like deal with each other, and because we're friends at the end of the day, like we are workers, but like me and Frank started off as friends before I worked for him. So yeah, we're basically it works out because the chemistry is good, even though there are hard days. There's a lot of hard days, but there are also a lot of great days and fun days and entertaining days and stuff like that. So it's very fun.
Yeah, and I could tell like Jenks gets upset with him too. But I mean, it's just at the end of the day, you guys are friends, and it's entertaining, and it's. I just figured, just with it being a job, and just Frank's personality, and he knows how he is. Most of his fans know how he is.
Yeah.
There's definitely days where it's like that. I want to transition to your Bears now. You got Ben Johnson. He was a coordinator for us with the Lions, and I mean, he was phenomenal for us. And yeah, we got Dan Campbell, but Dan Campbell's making the hires. And just in my opinion, I mean, I've been watching football a long time. You've been watching football a long time. We follow the game closely. I think Ben Johnson's the best play call I've ever seen. No exaggeration. You look at the efficiency of that Lions offense with Jared Goff in a league where it's become a running quarterbacks league. Now, not everybody's a running quarterback, but I mean, you have quarterbacks that are mobile, like Patrick Mahomes is mobile, Josh Allen. And then you have the running quarterbacks like Watson and Lamar Jackson. Jared Goff is slower than molasses, and he found ways to get it done because he's accurate, and he took the plays that he had. He took the plays that the defense gave him. And a lot of that, I think, and we have good athletes on the Lions, but I mean, a lot of that credit, I think, goes to number one, Dan Campbell. But I mean, Ben Johnson is the offensive coordinator, and he got a head coaching job for a reason. So you look at the checkdowns and the play calling, he was efficient when he needed to be. He took the checkdowns when needed, but he was also creative with his playbook. And I mean, it's under Ben Johnson, it's the best offense in football I've ever seen, and it's no bias. It's just like I try to keep it as real as possible. But look at this Lions team. We're super successful under Ben Johnson. So, what do you think about the Ben Johnson hire for your Bears?
Well, I'll play devil's advocate here because first of all, I want to get your take. How sad were you when he left?
So I was pretty upset because I knew it would be a big loss because of just how fluent our offense was with him as our coordinator.
Okay.
Now that had something to do with it, but also, I mean, he went to a division opponent, and it's like I'm happy for him. Like I like Ben Johnson, but I could understand why Lions fans would be upset because he's going to an NFC North opponent. So yeah, I was upset. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm happy for him. But and it's no offense to you, Mikey. We can have our NFC North back and forth. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, do I want to beat the hell out of the Bears this year? Yes, I do.
Now, that's the thing too, because I've noticed this more with Lions fans, and I'm going to get back to the first. But I've noticed things with Lions fans is Bears fans. Do you guys like hate us? Do you guys hate Bears fans?
No. So we hate basically
we hate the Packers, right?
The Packers, yeah.
That's it.
That's our rival.
Yeah. We all hate the Packers. Like we hate the Packers. Yeah. You hate the Packers. The Vikings, I don't like them, obviously, but I feel like I like the Lions the best out of the teams in the NFC North. That's not the Bears. Like,
yeah,
I've always thought that because I've met Lions fans that just they're like, oh, you're fuck the Bears. And I was like, wait, because there was a time like the Bears, we just felt bad. Like we're like, you guys were in a bad spot. Now you guys took over and you guys are at the top. Exactly. So we were more like happy for you guys when you guys started to win.
Yeah.
Well, that Packers fans don't feel that way. I hope that Packers fans like hate us, but they don't. Packers fans are too nice, and it's the worst team to have a rival with, because you'll go to you'll talk to a Packers fan and you'll try to talk shit to them and be like, well, that's how you feel. Well, good luck with the quarterback next year. Good luck. Like they'll just like kill you with kindness, and that's the worst kind of like rivalry in
for sure.
sports. What do I think about Ben Johnson though? I don't know. I don't know. I get scared because I have sad memories of Matt Nagy being an offensive guru, coach of the year, and then down the line when things started not to go well, he started getting this too cute reputation. Did Ben Johnson have a too cute like attitude? Did fans be like, oh, he's calling too many cute plays and like he's doing too much trick plays and shit like that? Or did you guys just enjoy every single time he did it?
I mean, I enjoyed it. Like when I was watching that team, I'm just like, this is immaculate play calling. It's efficient. We're taking the checkdowns. We're making the plays across the middle, but we're also creative when we have to be. And that first half of the Niners game a couple years ago in the NFC Championship, that was the best first half of football I've ever seen. And then it totally flipped in the second half. It was the worst half of football I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But like, I'm right with you. Ben Johnson is an offensive guru, and he showed that with the Lions. And yeah, there are some plays where I'm like, okay, what the hell are we doing? Like not taking the field goal in the Niners game and going for it instead. Like sometimes, but that's Dan Campbell. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Sometimes I'm just like, you got to give your team a chance to at least, win the game and be in the game in certain situations. But man, I had zero problem with Ben Johnson. All I did watching his offense, I was just sitting back like, this is freaking phenomenal. The Lions are freaking amazing because we have a hell of a head coach and we have awesome coordinators now. We have new coordinators now, but I trust Dan Campbell and his hiring. And we might not be as good as last year, but I mean, last year was our year to win the Super Bowl. We just didn't come to play versus the Commanders. But I mean, we still have Dan Campbell, and I trust him in making the right decisions. But man, when we had Ben Johnson, I'm just like, this is Detroit Lions fairyland, man. Like this is awesome.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that he transitions from a great offensive coordinator to a great head coach. If I could see that, then I'm excited. I can't wait. And I also like the way that he explains his answers. I like the way that he's detailed when he talks to the media. I like the way that he coaches. When you see these clips of him like yelling at players and talking to players, and like he could be cussing them out 1 minute, and then the next minute he's talking to them like he's their best friend. I like that. Being a player's coach, but not too much of a player's coach where you could still dig into these motherfuckers. That's what I like about football. With Nagy, he was too cute trying to be the player's coach, or not the player's coach, the coach, and like lost the chemistry with his players because he was focused on his head got too big. With Eberflus, he focused too much on being a player's coach and didn't want to talk to the media, anything like that. But he was just bad. Like he was terrible. Matt Eberflus is. I mean, we could have beat you guys.
Yeah, you guys should have won that game. That was ridiculous. That was a terrible offense on that last call.
It doesn't make sense for you to, and people wanted to put the blame on Caleb on that game. It doesn't make sense when you have a rookie quarterback and you have a vet coach and you don't call a timeout when you have one left. Like, what were you going to do with that timeout? Were you going to take it home with you? Like, I don't understand what their plan was there. And then
Football 101. Yeah, that's all coaching.
It was terrible. But that being said, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because we can't go anywhere but up, I hope. And I hope that Caleb Williams is developed well under Ben Johnson.
Yeah, and people say, "Oh, it's just preseason. Nobody cares about preseason." But there's certain situations where it's like, okay, this preseason game matters. I want to see how this guy does or how this guy does. Now, It matters for the players and coaches because the players are in a lot of situations playing for a spot, and then the coaches want to see how guys are playing, and guys are playing for a spot, this and that. And then you also have situations like Shedeur Sanders, where for the fans, it's like we want to see him play, and we
Right.
want to see him play an NFL snap. And he looked solid in his first preseason game. And then you also have situations where with the Bears, like you guys just beat a team 38-0. Was it the Bills?
Yeah, the Bills.
Yeah. So and you can take that, and it's only at the end of the day, it's like, it's preseason. Like, get me to the regular season. Let's do in the regular season. But if you're the Bears and you just hired a guy like Ben Johnson, who is awesome with the Lions, and you beat a team 38-0 in the preseason, I don't care if it's a Super Bowl. I don't care if you're playing in the backyard. That's a butt whooping. And, so that's something I think that's something to be excited about.
No, it is. It's like you said, preseason doesn't matter, but it matters in the wins and losses. I really don't care about, but it does matter in the aspect of, can you keep up in these joint practices with your opponents? Can you keep up with? For us, it was the Dolphins. Can you keep up with them? Yeah, we crushed them. I know the Lions crushed them as well in joint practice. I don't care about what the score of the game was, because at the end of the day, like, fourth quarter comebacks are happening by third stringers versus fourth stringers, and they're just trying to make the team. That's awesome. I like to see the development and all of that stuff. But what matters is what happens that week going into training camp, or going into the game. That one joint practice that you guys have, and let's see where we took it. For the Bills game, for the Bears, all I cared about was to see how Caleb Williams looked, and he looked phenomenal. He only played two drives, which fine with me. Cool. Scored on one, didn't score on the other. We'll take that. I didn't care about what the score was, 38-0. I did like that the defense held strong, but at the end of the day, they were playing Mike White and Mitch Trubisky. So it's not the craziest thing in the world that they didn't get a touchdown, I will say, or drive the ball down the field at all. I think Mitch finished with 59 yards, and Mike White finished with like 60 or maybe less. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited when it comes to preseason in the aspect of, like, let's see how these guys develop. Let's see. Okay, Caleb just had a great drive and a half. Let's see how he does against the Chiefs this week. If it might. Us as sports fans, we overreact week by week shit like crazy.
Oh yeah,
like it's insane. And I see it in a lot of sports. I see it a lot in baseball. It's always the end of the world, like middle of July. It's like, let's just take it easy here, and then we see what goes on. But yeah, I don't take too much into people that say preseason doesn't matter. Those are just the casual fans that want to watch the games. For fans like us, I feel like we watch everything. And like, how did training camp go today? How did this go today? How is his development looking at the left tackle spot on Wednesday practice at 10 a.m. when nobody else is talking about it? So that's where preseason matters, because we look at it from that aspect. But from like the casual fan, they don't give a fuck about preseason. They're like, oh well, who cares? It's the development that underlies it is like that's what it's for. If there wasn't preseason, if it didn't matter, they wouldn't have it. It's very simple. Like that's it. They wouldn't have spring training. They wouldn't have NBA preseason, NHL preseason. They need to get this game-like thing before they have an actual exhibition. I'm excited. I can't fucking wait for that regular season. It's 2 weeks away today. I don't. When is this coming out?
The podcast?
Yeah.
I'll post it today.
Okay, so yeah, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks away is football. So we have 2 weeks until actual meaningful games, and then we'll see where it goes. Because you guys play Thursday night, right? No.
I think we play Sunday. We
Sunday
played
night.
Thursday. I think that was 2 seasons ago. We played the Chiefs.
Your first game is against the Packers?
I gotta look and see. I think it is the Packers.
Let me look at the schedule.
Yeah, go ahead and look. But one thing I wanted to mention was so back to your comment about Lions fans saying, "Oh, we hate the Bears." They're just BS, and we don't actually hate the Bears. The only reason they're saying that is because it's an NFC North opponent. That's the only reason. Like we're not like Yankees fans or Eagles fans. Like we're just stirring stuff up just to
Just stir up. I mean, that's how Chicago fans are, except for the Packers. We actually hate the Packers. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. How do you feel about your season? You feel like you guys are gonna like dominate or like
So
step
I
ahead?
think we'll be solid. I don't. It's going to be hard to have the season like we did last year, because I mean we had like just peak everything. We had Ben Johnson, we had Aaron Glenn,
Yeah,
who I'm interested to see how Aaron Glenn does with the Jets, like because I mean that Lions defense has athletes and
exactly.
ball.
I feel like you could have a plug and play defensive coach, no problem. Maybe the problem with the offense is you guys, but don't you guys have the quarterbacks coach as your offensive coordinator?
So I think so. We got John Morton from. I think he came from the Titans, and then we brought up Kelvin Shepard. I think his name is from. Uh, he was our linebackers coach.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So yeah, that'll be fine for the defense. The offense, that's a little concerning. The tight.
yeah, just because of the like Ben Johnson's playbook. It's can you execute the playbook? Can you expand the playbook? And that's what I say with a bunch of teams. That's what I say with Michigan football. It's like expand the freaking playbook, man. Like be creative. Like you can't, like if teams are just creative, and that's why the Lions have success, man. As can John Morton expand the playbook like Ben Johnson? And Ben Johnson has a head coaching job for a reason. But this year, man, I think we'll be good because we have Dan Campbell. And at the end of the day, we still have athletes. We got Jared Goff, who's slower than molasses, but he can make all the throws. We got St. Brown and Jamison Williams.
Yeah.
We got Hutch coming back. And we were a little banged up last year, but, I mean, we have guys coming back like Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch. And then we're getting Hutch back, and then Zadarius Smith, if he just stopped the drama with, I think it's Megan the Stallion or whatever her name is. But yeah, so the Lions will be good. Are we going to be as good as last year? Man, it's going to be like last year was our year to win the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah, it's tough.
last year was our year, but I think we'll be solid. I say we go 7 or 11-6. 11-6.
11-6. What do you think the Bears are going to go?
Bears?
Yeah.
I would say because man, I think Ben Johnson's legit. I think he'll make a difference there. And you got a good up and cut like Caleb. I like Caleb Williams.
You like Caleb?
I like him. He's a good draft pick. He's mobile. He can make the throws. You could tell he's not afraid to be out there and as a playmaker. I'm going to say a little below 500. I'll go 7-10 for the Bears, which I think. I mean, that's like I think that'll be solid for you, just given the circumstances. Obviously, you want to make the playoffs, but Ben Johnson's first year, given where you've been, I think Ben Johnson's a real deal, and you got Caleb. I'll say I think 7-10 is legit.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about 7-10 either. I think that's fine. We have a very tough schedule too, so all I care about this year is just beating the Packers twice. That's it. And also, we could talk about you're a Michigan guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about JJ McCarthy on the Vikings?
I think he'll be really good. He just needs to stay healthy. He's a top 10 pick. He won the national championship. What's that?
A lot of reports are saying he's not doing so hot.
Yeah, I mean, it is the NFL, but I think he'll get into his niche and settle in. And because I mean, like I was looking at Michigan football statistics for quarterbacks. Technically, if you go by stats, Chad Henne's the best quarterback in Michigan football history. Like,
right.
Stats wise, Chad Henne has barely played a down of football in the NFL. JJ McCarthy is a little further down the list.
Yeah.
Then you got guys like Tom Brady, who's, I mean, you know the story on him, 6th-round pick and turned into the GOAT. But like in my opinion, JJ McCarthy is probably the best quarterback in Michigan football history. Again, I know I'm saying best in history stuff, but it's no exaggeration. Lions, I mean, our team has been awesome. Michigan football, we are awesome. And it's because we had Jim Harbaugh. And He's recruiting 4 and 5 stars. And I'm glad you brought up Michigan because I wanted to get your opinion on all this BS that's going on with the team. I think it's total BS because, and not to go off on another tangent, but I mean, no, so like we've had stuff like the Netflix documentary come out, and all this, like this stuff has been going on really since Harbaugh started to dominate at Michigan, and which was, I mean, he was winning right away when he came to Michigan, but he was dominating in his third or fourth year, beating Ohio State, going to the playoff. Then we won a national championship, and it was right before. Of course, it's during our national title season that they want to get us for allegations, and like they came out with a Netflix documentary, still no evidence. And what did we get from the NCAA? A slap on the wrist, basically. Like, and that just goes to show you that the NCAA is petty. They were on total BS. There's no evidence. And if you look at what actual evidence we had for Michigan football, we had JJ McCarthy, Blake Corum, Mikey Sainstro, all NFL caliber players. 3 guys drafted in the top 15 this past year, and Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, and Colson Loveland. So, I mean, did they sign steal during the NFL Combine? I don't think so. I think they're just hella talented. So
yeah, I mean,
Michigan won because we had a coach like Jim Harbaugh who's won everywhere he's been, and he was recruiting 4 and 5 star athletes up the ass.
Yeah. No, I agree. I will say that I think that even if they did do it, everybody's doing it. So it's just like the fact that they just got caught and they needed somebody to blame. Like it was just you're the first one to do it. We got to make an example out of these guys. Like they put a ban on Harbaugh playing in college. I don't think he had any interest in going back to college anyways. No. So
yeah, he's already in the pros.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I think it's bullshit. Obviously, what they did in Michigan. I think it's like they're penalizing them. They're taking what 10% of their revenue or something like that.
Yeah, 20. They fined us $20 million.
Yeah, stupid. Which is a big chunk of change. 20 million is a big chunk of change, but it's still. You'll have somebody, some booster paid off or some big wig that went to Michigan just dropped 20 million in. Maybe Dave, who knows?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'd love to have Portnoy come reimburse us. That'd be awesome. And he would do it too.
He loves Michigan. Yeah. It's going to be exciting to him. He's doing the FS. We're doing FS1, but he's doing FS1. So that's going to be fun seeing him in the mix of everything, talking about Michigan. For sure, man.
Yeah. Awesome. So I definitely wanted to bring up Michigan stuff and get your opinion on it. And,
yeah, dude.
You know, and I may be biased when it comes to Michigan, but like I said before, man, like I'm a sports guy at the end of the day. I want to tell it like it is. And if my team sucks, I'll admit it. If there's stuff going on, I'll admit it. It's like the Astros with the science thing. Like the Astros won because they were really good. I mean, and they were talented. Science still, but that's a part of baseball. And I agree with you. It's a matter of who gets caught. That's what I've always said with this kind of stuff. Everybody does it. It's a matter of who gets caught. And there were other Big Ten teams that were accused of it, and nothing ever came out of it. They're just like, oh, we'll get back to Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. Because Michigan
was only because we were winning. And then what did we do after those allegations came out? We beat Michigan State on the road at night, 49-0. And then we went on to win the national championship. And then they decided to suspend Harbaugh. They waited until we landed in Penn State to suspend Harbaugh. They waited until right before the season started to come out with these recent allegations. So
it's bullshit.
I think it's BS. And you know, I know you're a sports guy too. Like you're MikeyBets, man. Don't just because I'm strongly passionate. If you have another opinion, please be my guest, man.
Well, no, I feel the same way that you're feeling about all of this right now. I will admit when my sports teams suck, like right now, my favorite team is the Bulls, and we are just ass. Your Pistons are on the rise, so good on you guys. I mean, I love your guys' team. I hate that I love your guys' team. I hate that I love like Jalen Duren is a stud. Like he is like everything that I want in a center. He's in the post all the time. Is not afraid to use all like 6 of his fouls if he needs to. Cade Cunningham's a stud. And then the Bulls are just nowhere. So I feel you on when your teams suck. It's not fun, but you're going to let ownership and you're going to let everybody know that like we're not happy right now, and it sucks. It's terrible, but I don't know. I just go ahead.
Well, we've been in that. I mean, we've been in that situation as Detroit fans with the Pistons and the Lions. We sucked forever, and eventually, and the reason why the Lions and I mean, I guess we didn't draft terribly, but we made some questionable draft picks. I will say it had something to do with drafting and coaching. But with the Pistons, I mean, we were drafting guys from like freaking France and Serbia and all across.
That's what we're doing right now. The Bulls are doing
Atlas, who weren't doing anything.
Right.
We couldn't draft, and that's why we sucked for so long. And then we hired Monty Williams. Monty Williams didn't give, and to quote Frank the Tank, Monty Williams didn't give one solitary what about the Pistons. Like, I was watching this team, I was keeping up with them, and I'm just looking at this team like, okay, we suck. We have a really good roster.
Right.
Monty Williams just went to the freaking NBA Finals, and granted, he had Kevin Durant, but still went to the NBA Finals, which is hard to do. So I'm like, why do we suck so bad? And I was watching Sports Center. We were actually playing the Rockets, and they beat us. And Monty Williams was I was like, let me watch this press conference and see, like what's actually going on here. I just kind of feel the body language, see what Monty Williams is saying. This dude's in the press room just being totally nonchalant with the media. Looks like he's half asleep, scratching his head. I'm like, no wonder we only won 14 games this year. Like, this dude didn't give one, what. And now we hired JB Bickerstaff, JB Bickerstaff is awesome. He's a legit NBA head coach. He's had success with the Cavs. He's having success with the Pistons. We have the same roster.
Exactly.
It's all coaching.
Yeah. Coaching makes a big difference in the leagues. And people who say you just need talent, no, the coaches are great. I wish the Bulls never fired Tibbs. That's where I'm at in life. Well, now we are just garbage dog shit, and we will never do diddly squat. So,
well, here's the thing, man. And I'm glad you brought up your Bulls. I definitely wanted to touch on that. So the Bulls they still have Lonzo, right? Lonzo Ball.
I thought he just got he got traded to the Cavs.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. He just recently got traded, didn't
he? Yeah. They just traded him like a month ago. Thank God.
So, man, you guys just have to make draft picks. Like, you guys just have to draft well, because what's the signal of a bad organization is it's okay to suck, but you make up for it by drafting well. And that's why the Lions suck, and that's why the Pistons suck for so long, because we couldn't draft.
No, I agree, and that's where the Bulls are at right now. Is where we're getting guys from France and from fucking Lithuania, and it's like, dude, just what are we doing? I have no idea. It sucks. It was Giannis getting drafted in the 13th pick that ruined it for like other organizations that wanted to copy and paste it and try to find another Giannis overseas. It's not how it works. Maybe with the Spurs and Wemby, yeah, but. I mean, I like Matas. I'm not going to talk shit about Matas, but other than that, we have nothing. So it's terrible. It's hard being. I'm happy for you. It's good being a Detroit fan right now. You guys got the Tigers. You guys got the Lions. You guys are in a good spot. How are the Red Wings doing? Are they all right?
We're okay. We got Steve Yzerman, Red Wing legend, won Stanley Cups with us. We have him as our GM. We had to fire our coach, and then we replaced him with an interim, and we started winning right away. So it might be a coaching thing. We have some good athletes, like Larkin's good. We have a decent goalie, and guys like Rasmussen. So the Red Wings are okay. I would like for them to be better. Yeah, because it's like, being a Red Wings fan, and Detroiters will tell you this, the expectation is Stanley Cup. And, for the Lions, the expectation was never Super Bowl. Now it is because they're really good.
Right.
But the Red Wings have always been a team where it's like we expect Stanley Cups, and same with the Pistons, and same with the Tigers for championships.
Yeah.
I think the Red Wings are kind of like right in the middle, and we just need to hit that breaking point of making the playoffs again, because I think we went to the playoffs for like 25 straight years or something. So we need to get back on that mojo, but it takes time, like we just retired Sergei Fedorov's jersey recently.
Yeah.
He was on the Stanley Cup team. So, I mean, we had a loaded roster back then with Yzerman, Shanahan, Brett Hull, JJ McCarthy, Dominic Hasek as our goalie. So, if I like that we have a guy like Steve Yzerman as our GM because he loves the Red Wings. He was a Red Wings legend.
Mm-hmm.
And, you want a guy like that in your organization who's been there and, actually has feelings for the organization, like wants them to do well and, actually cares. So I think the Red Wings will be good. I wanted to ask about your Chicago baseball teams. Now, you're a Cubs fan, right? Are you?
Yeah.
You're just only a Cubs fan? Are you a White Sox fan at all?
No, I don't really care about the Sox. I'll go to the games, but I don't really care about the Sox at all.
So you got your Cubs. The Cubs are doing pretty well. Kyle Tucker, and they've been kind of sliding recently, but I mean, still one of the best teams. What are your expectations for them?
I have zero expectations for the Cubs. I think they overperformed. I think they're doing well. I think Kyle Tucker's not going to resign with the Cubs. I think we fucked up at the trade deadline and basically said, we're not ready to win a Super Bowl or a World Series this year. So we're just not going to do anything at the trade deadline, and we're not going to get anybody big. And that's where we're at. I don't understand maybe something behind the scenes where Kyle Tucker's injury is bigger than it seems. I don't know why, if that's the case, they just don't put him on a 10-day IL, let him recover. I have no hope for this Cubs team. Zero.
Hey, you got to make moves at the trade deadline. Like, you guys have good personnel on that team. Now, the Tigers went on a slide too, man. It was worrisome. Like in the beginning of the second half, and I was in Michigan last month, and I went to a Mariners game, and we got crushed by the Mariners. Casey Mize was pitching, and we got crushed. And Julio Rodriguez hit the farthest home run I've ever seen on TV or in person. He hit it into the concourse area in left field. I think we lost like 15-3, and we ended up getting swept by the Mariners. And people on the radio are like, "Oh, this team they need a wake-up call, and this is ridiculous." I'm like, guys, it's one series. There's 162 games in baseball, and you're talking about a team who's dominating the AL Central. Just calm it down a little bit. And then we went on that huge slide. I'm like, crap. We're sliding, and a 14.5 game lead in the Central all of a sudden went down to 5 or 6 games recently. So we just swept the Astros, which is huge. Like at this point in the season, it's win at all costs. If you're in a position like the Tigers, it's just win at all costs. But we got some cushion. And with our slide, it's like, and this is just, what I would do as a manager. And I've heard people say, "Oh, it's the GM," and it's like when a team goes on a slide like that during the season, and depending on the situation, sure, the manager could make some moves, call some guys up. But at the end of the day, it's in the clubhouse. It's wake the F up, do what you were, somehow find a way. And it's easier said than done, but somehow find a way to have that mindset that you did in the first half of the season, because we were dominating. And all of a sudden, we won it was like 3 of our last 20 games to start the second half. So we just needed a wake-up call. AJ Hinch, the best manager in baseball, needed to have a team meeting and say, like, guys, I know it's Major League Baseball. There's 162 games, but we're sliding here. Like, we got to – and it's just a matter of waking the F up. It doesn't matter if you're the Yankees or the Colorado Rockies and you go on a slide. It's granted, the Rockies suck, but it's having a slide in baseball in that situation is just wake the F up, man. Wake the F up.
Yeah, and then nothing really, like, just get through the regular season, and then when October comes, it's October. It's fun. I can't wait. Preseason, or postseason baseball, there's nothing like it. The weather starts getting a little chillier, it gets a little grittier. It's more. I love it. I love it to death. I just don't see the Cubs going anywhere. I think you guys have a good shot. Screwball is great.
He's awesome.
Great guy too. Met him.
Yeah. I saw he went to the Barstool office.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
great guy.
Did some buzz on the simulator.
Yeah. He's
That's
awesome.
man. Oh, that was great to see.
But yeah, I do have to dart out.
Yeah, no problem, man. I was just gonna wrap it up. Hey, man, thank you so much for coming on the show, and I know you're a busy guy, so I really appreciate it, man. And we'll keep in touch, and we'd love to have you on the show again, man.
Yeah, we got to hop on Fortnite soon.
Dude, definitely. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, you let me know and we'll hop on. But I do appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Good thing, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course. And then I'll just give my shameless plug really quick. You guys could follow me at Real MikeyBets on Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Sir. Yes, Thanks, sir. Man. Oh my God. All right, Mikey. Hey, thank you so much again, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bro.